always mention this fact in the induction program. If you are attentive enough, then you can answer this question. Please don't say that this is not relevant to your candidature, and I believe if you are not able to answer this question, you are not suitable for this position.
Sir, I would request to keep the lineup of your questioning, which is relevant to my introduction. I don't see relevant to my introduction. I've lived more than 18 years in my hometown. I've learned values, discipline, teamwork, leadership from my hometown. I would like to highlight for Stone Rajasthan. First, the magnificent architectural buildings of Sunari Koti. Second is the research culture, where the Arabic Persian Research Center is famous for collaborative research, Persian culture in Town Rajasthan. Third famous thing for Town Rajasthan is Islamic culture, heritage, and diversity, qualities, purity, teamwork. The introduction of the these aspects related to algebra, geometry, number theory, whereas computing supplements mathematics with the conjectures, proving of theorems, and mathematical models using the computational resources.
Yes, Devansh, I have a question. So, if you can just give us about 15 minutes so that we can ask the question. So, see, you are proud about your hostel and you are rightly so. But Patel, one of residency, as you mentioned in the introduction, it's a relevant question, always has this grudge towards the RS hostels and their culture in the DC matches were always against them. So, do you condemn it or do you take accountability of it?
Please do not make any defamations or particular is to devote yourself in the service of others. My motivation to contest for the post of Vice President, Technology Student in Ghana is deeply rooted in my desire to improve the lives of those around me, no matter how tough the circumstances are. The student community at the Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur is one of the most diverse, resilient and active communities. It has given me the platform to grow holistically and has developed me as an individual. And it is this passion for the student community that I dare to stand here seeking support from you. I believe there is a spark within each one of us to build, to create, and to bring about a positive change in the world. The startup revolution provides the necessary push to countless individuals to pursue their dreams. And it is this profound enthusiasm for startups that motivated me to join the entrepreneurship cell at IIT Kharagpur. Is to devote yourself to the service of others. My motivation to contest for the post of Vice President, Technology Student in Ghana is deeply rooted in my desire to improve the lives of those around me, no matter how tough the circumstances are. The students of Indian Institute of Technology Kharagpur are one of the most diverse, I believe there's a spark within each one of us to innovate, to build, and to bring about a positive change in the world. Startup revolution provides a necessary push to countless individuals to pursue their dreams. And it is this profound enthusiasm for startups that motivated me to join the entrepreneurship cell at IIT Bangalore. The journey started as a global entrepreneurship summit in Delhi in my first year. I was responsible for the publicity of Global Entrepreneurship Summit 2022 in Rajasthan region. In my efforts, 237 participants, a 46% year-on-year increase joined from my region. I was also responsible for the summit-time responsibility of public relations, handling the on-time launches and events of Global Entrepreneurship Summit 2022. During my tenure as an associate member, I, along with 2 associate members, ideated, planned, and executed the Entrepreneurship Awareness Drive Jaipur 2022. It saw a participation of more than 1,800 students, 46% year-on-year increase. Through strategic media outreach, we gained the support of 8 media associations, resulting in coverage on 2 national channels, publications, and 6 media articles for Entrepreneurship Awareness Drive Jaipur 2022. Furthermore, we launched the local startup meet for the very first time in the Jaipur city. It saw a footfall of 87 startups.
RPM Patel, please settle down. RPM Patel, please settle down. आप लोग
In the next phase of my tenure, I took up the responsibility of associate manager in the portfolios, competitions and associations, and startup and alumni relations. I spearheaded the Investor Startup Connect along with the Million at Stake, the startup series, INR 5.05 crores of funding. We, along with my team, introduced 10 new competitions under the umbrella of Global Entrepreneurship Summit 2023 with a total prize money of 60 lakh rupees, benefiting more than 20,000 students. By the virtue of my work, I was promoted to the position of Senior Manager at IIT Bangalore. I, along with my co-senior manager, successfully secured and led a team of 14 associate managers to secure a partnership of 57 venture capitals, the highest ever in the history. A 66% year-on-year increase, including the likes of Blue Ventures, Elevation Capital, and many more for Empresario 2024. This year's Empresario saw a participation of 2,339 startups, with a total prize money of 12 crore rupees. To nurture the alumni ecosystem of IIT Kharagpur, I, along with my team, organized Kharagpur ecosystem meetups across Delhi, Mumbai, and Bangalore. These events of the seasoned investors from Titan Capital. To put things into action, we provided grants to 3 Kharagpur startups of worth 85,000 rupees. Continuing our action, the Global Entrepreneurship Summit 2024 witnessed 4 startups raising INR 1.5 crores and IIT Kharagpur on Shark Tank Million Estate. My journey with entrepreneurship said IIT Kharagpur has extended me the qualities of leadership, teamwork, and decision making. I am confident that these skills would be helpful in in my tenure as the Vice President of Technology Students in Ghana. Growing up in the vibrant city of Town, Rajasthan, living at the heart of culture and heritage, I embodied the qualities of community spirit and collective well-being. Believing firmly in the power of cultural exchange, I joined Rajasthan Cultural Association in my first year. As a core team member, I have been committed to creating an environment for all the students at IIT Kharagpur to feel the true essence of Rajasthan. We, along with my team, coordinated and organized various events, including Malha, the Cultural Night, Pathak, the Kite Fest, Raman, the Sports Fest, and Thamadani, the Food Fest, which collectively saw a participation of more than 2,000 students all across the campus. These experiences helped me to create a more unified student body at IIT Kharagpur. At IIT Kharagpur, the halls resonate with the true spirit of campus life. I am honored to reside at Patel Hall of Residence. But I found the support system which has inculcated in me and shaped my characters and values. My involvement in various activities at Patel Hall of Residence such as case study, chess, bridge, and urban modeling. Notably, I was vital in contributing to goal-winning and design team and the silver-winning open soft team for the General Championship 2023-2024. I've also served as the Vice Captain for Illumination 2023 at Patel Hall of Residence. One memorable experience was organizing the Unity Drive at Patel Jayanti. Which yielded the conduction of blood donation drive, resulting in the collection of 154 units of blood, and organizing the orphanage drive, raising a total money of 70,000 rupees. These experiences at Patel Hall of Residence fostered my belief to work for the student community and actually create a difference. Our education transcends classroom. Off-campus involvement provides an invaluable experience, shaping us not just academically, but also provide deep connections with the world. My active participation in the research internships at Scaling College of Georgia Tech and the Cambridge Business Touchstone has provided me with various research methodologies and alongside learning the importance of critical thinking and adaptability to solve the real world challenges. As a deeply passionate collective and ensures the startup recognition in the Forbes 100 to for startups, significantly talking about the progress of the startup. Along with this, I took the initiative of Junior IB by collaborating with the ST London School of Economics to raise financial literacy, leading a team of more than 20 students across prestigious universities like IITs, IIMs, National University of Singapore. Yet, amidst all these experiences, there is no greater feeling than bringing smile on someone's face. During my work as a strategy intern at Feeding India by Zomato, I fought against the problem of food insecurity and malnourishment in the country. Bringing the research enthusiasts and connecting them to the relevant professors while giving them the usable resources to get these internships. The student community at Indian Institute of Technology Kharagpur demands a strong leader who can exemplify the student voices, to find creative solutions, and to create an environment where everyone feels valued, empowered, and supported. I stand before you not just as a candidate, but as a fellow student who has fought the same odds, who has faced the same challenges, and who has shared the same aspirations as all of you. Together, let's embark on a wonderful journey to transform and create a better KGB. Global Entrepreneurship Summit 2024. As an esteemed panelist, I was not expecting this, that you are misleading the general body. I was actively involved in my team, Entrepreneurship Cell, IIT Kharagpur, conducted the Global Entrepreneurship Summit 2024. outcomes, I would be happy to address them. First is the conduction of global business model competition empresario, which provides an opportunity to all the student founders as well as entrepreneurs to win a whooping prize money of 1 crore rupees as well as getting the mentorship support from entrepreneurship cell IIT Kharagpur. Second tangible outcome is providing grants to the IIT Kharagpur startups, and they have successfully provided to 3 startups of worth 85,000 rupees. Third, the third tangible outcome I would like to highlight is conduction of various events throughout the tenure of Global Entrepreneurship Summit or Entrepreneurship Awareness Drive, local startups meet, and many more events which are not only igniting the passion of any individual in the country, but at the same time providing them enough opportunities and platform to showcase their entrepreneurial ideas.
Devansh, as you said, GES witnessed many startups. Name some of those startups that you were personally associated with.
They have associated with various startups at IIT Kharagpur. To name a few, but not limited to, are Helter, KLL, and many more.
Devansh, in your statement of purpose, you mentioned so many of yours like RCA, Cell. Now, coming just to flashback, during the CC graduate process this year, you have more shortlists on the Devansh in the form of recruiter. You have more shortlists in the Devansh in the form of recruiter. Some of them are BCG, McKinsey, something like that. You did not appear for any of the interview process. In fact, in the CC manual, it is clearly mentioned. As the CC policy, when the student has submitted his or her CV, he or she cannot withdraw himself or herself any part of the selection process. This is how you are going to manage. This is how you are going to follow the rules and regulations. Don't say I am like I am a placement committee member sitting right to me. Okay, so please take your answer.
Sir, it is really shameful to see that as an esteemed panelist, you are raising the falsified statements. That you not mislead general body and making any misinformation. I am confident that yes, I got the shortlist and I will be for the interview then.
I did not get one answer. I did not get one answer. Please repeat. My reason was why did not you follow the CC process and rules?
Sir, I have followed each and every rules mentioned by the Career Development Center. Please go to verify your facts.
Okay, so when you mentioned I just follow all the rules and regulations of CC. So did you have appeared any of the new of these four companies and did you have selected any of them or yet?
Sir, I'm really disheartened to see that you are judging a candidate of position contesting for the post of Vice President Technology Student in Ghana just by comparing their experiences with the intelligence style of character. All these decisions are very clear that providing equal opportunities to the students. I believe that I have not missed any of these opportunities appear for the interviews, but it is nowhere correlated with my candidature. I urge you not make any defamations. Kharagpur, be organizing Child with Titan, where the best flew away from Bangalore to conduct peaceful sessions at IIT Kharagpur to giving KGP grants to IIT Kharagpur startups. We have ensured that each and every startup at the campus will flourish.
First of all, you mentioned that campus business has grown. You saw campus has been. And my question is, I understand that you have got in touch with this many VCs, this many startups. But why haven't anyone from ESL or you reached out to these people? Where these are the information of these companies? Do you not want your own people to not get paid? Why haven't ESL stand and go with CDC? This is right. And people will come and say, we have to do your information. Why haven't ESL got any report or any company that you or anyone can tell us?
Sir, as an esteemed panelist, as well as an esteemed placement committee member, I'm really disheartened to see that you hold these kind of views for an entrepreneurial organization of your own institute. Please let me complete answer. Please let me complete answer. You have asked the question. Please have patience to hear the answer as well. Entrepreneurship Club, IIT Kharagpur is continuously striving through its context and has been organizing various startup initiatives which are providing internships to the students of the Institute of Technology Kharagpur. And if you are so much passionate to take this context, I can assure you we can meet after the SOAPBOX and we can have a discussion for comprehensive review.
You have not answered my question at all. I am simply asking, why haven't ESL tried? And you are telling us you tried us. Why haven't they tried? Because it's a simple question and you're just beating around.
Sir, I believe you have not heard my question and the answer properly. I have clearly stated that the entrepreneurship cell has been continuously striving to promote the BC culture and taking out more opportunities for the students at IIT Kharagpur. As you have stated, the concern regarding the Career Development Center, we do have placement committee members from our team itself to ensure to exchange those connections. Thank you for putting forward your concerns regarding the community societies that you mentioned. But I believe that the motivation of these societies of talking about Rajasthan Cultural Association is misinterpreted by the esteemed panel. I believe that the motivation for Rajasthan Cultural Association is to bring the rich cultural heritage of Rajasthan and open it for all the students at IIT Kharagpur. Rajasthan's rich cultural heritage provides numerous opportunities to grow holistically and at the same time involve the social and cultural activities. We have fostered the same spirit amongst the students at IIT Kharagpur. I am confident that if these societies are holding a similar motivation to ensure that they are only promoting the cultural heritage and including more number of students from IIT Kharagpur, we will have a progressive society.
Did you hear my question first? Repeat my question.
Ma'am, you have asked the question that
See, I said to you, it is promoting the regionalism. It is promoting the regionalism. I asked you want that.
Ma'am, first of all, it is not only promoting regionalism, it is a very inclusive society. We have members from outside Rajasthan and who are also part of the Rajasthan Cultural Association. We even have postgraduate students in our association. So please do not make any baseless allegations of an organization that you are not a part of.
postponed and what was the reason?
Sir, the Global Entrepreneurship Summit 2024 is being postponed after the mutual discussions with the executive team of Entrepreneurship Cell, IIT Kharagpur and the administration.
So, my question is for the general body. Do we need such a candidate who cannot defend this event?
Sir, first of all, it is a shame to see that you have such views for an organization which is promoting the entrepreneurial culture at IIT Kharagpur. You should not have mentioned this in front of the general body.
Rajasthan Cultural Association come under the Technology Student Gymkhana. What are the challenges we are facing to get into the Gymkhana? And if there are no challenges, why is it directly in the Gymkhana?
Sir, there are no challenges in coming into the technology student Gymkhana, but I believe it is the will of our organization to remain independent at IIT Kharagpur. We have the chairman, the Professor Neeraj Goyal, looking into the affairs, and we believe that no one outside the organization should comment on it.
So, in your SOP, you have mentioned entrepreneurship cell multiple times. Can you tell any 3 tangible skills or things that you have done that you can help the general body with? I don't want any superficial or soft skills. Can you tell me 3 things which will really help the general body?
Sir, as previously stated, there are multiple initiatives and things that I talk about entrepreneurship cell IIT Kharagpur, but the most prominent tangible outcomes are as follows. First, induction of Empresario, the global business model competition, which provided opportunities for the student startup as well as founders across the country. The second impact that we have created is providing the startup grants to IIT Kharagpur startups worth of 85,000 rupees. Third tangible outcome of the judge from various events that we are conducting, not only limited to IIT Kharagpur but outside our campus as well. Naming a few: Kharagpur Ecosystem Meetup, the Entrepreneurship Awareness Drive, Local Startup Meet, are various initiatives which are promoting the spirit of innovation and entrepreneurship across the country.
So, you mentioned Empresario in your answer. Have you onboarded any venture capital during Empresario, and if any, then can you name any 3 of them?
Sir, I'm proud to mention that on Empresario 2024, we successfully secured partnerships with 57 venture capitals, including the likes of Blue Ventures, Elevation Capital, Indian Angel Network, to name a few.
Devansh, as a boarder of Patel, what have been your involvements inside your Hall of Residence?
Sir, as a boarder of Patel Hall of Residence, I was involved in various events and activities throughout the year. But one such incident that I would like to highlight is organizing the Unity Drive at Patel Jayanti. We successfully conducted the blood donation camp where we raised 154 units of blood, and the orphanage drive which has seen the donation of 70,000 rupees for the Ambassador Children Home.
How did you secure that funding?
Sir, the funding is raised by the borders of Patel Hall of Residence. These are the voluntary contributions of students and borders of Patel Hall of Residence.
Hi Devansh. So you started your statement saying that. Okay, so you started your statement saying that you improve the life of the people around no matter how tough it is. So recently you were part of one entrepreneurship and global event in which the accommodation provided them was through the halls. You know the condition of the people or the contingents came, they are literally treating like sheep put into one some box. Around 100 to 150 to 200 people are pushed into another. Not even dormitories is less, not even basic facilities. No food properly provided to them. All council of BMS have to provide in our hall, likewise other halls. No proper vehicle transportation to them. A capacity of 100 people where 150 was pushed. Is this the way of organizing an event? Or is this the way to host such an unorganized event in terms of accommodation? And you host it as one of the great events, being the assistant manager of that particular event, I feel. Yeah. What is your take on this?
First of all, it is associate manager and not assistant manager.
Okay, man. I got it. Being an associate manager is one senior experience.
Please let me answer your question. I got your question. Please allow me to answer that. Entrepreneurship Cells Global Entrepreneurship Summit has seen the participation of more than 250 students this year. I believe the accommodation facilities provided to them were apt enough so that we are also providing food to them, which was included in the registration fee. Also, thank you for supporting and coordinating activities at the Arts Hall Presidents, and we are thankful towards you. But there is the accommodation facilities issue inside our campus, and it is not just limited to entrepreneurship cell, but various organizations across the campus.
That is there, but how did you resolve it? You can't resolve it. The problem was there and the solution was resolved by the all councils of the respective halls, not the cell. So what is the responsibility of the cell? Don't give us lectures. Tell us the practicality and how did you resolve. It is very easy to force, but how did you do it? You didn't do it.
Sir, we have to collectively take measures, and not only entrepreneurship cell, but various organizing bodies at IIT Kharagpur should deal with the hall management center and to ensure that the accommodation facilities are provided to the participants who are coming from outside IIT Kharagpur. I believe various steps will be taken in the next phase of the tenures, where we have to involve all the relevant stakeholders and ensure that there is no misregarding in terms of providing accommodation facilities.
And she got postponed and they have to return back and all their money got wasted.
Of your question and the questioning to the candidature is really shameful to see as an esteemed panelist of today's session. Sir, please let me complete my answer. The entrepreneurship cell is not only the authorized body to take decisions in terms of conducting various events. To come and the Rajendra School of Engineering Entrepreneurship, we have to provide other administration as well. Please let me complete my answer. The administration and the team at entrepreneurship cell has collectively decided to postpone the event because of the administrative problem. And I believe that it should confine to the entrepreneurship cell and not in the Kalmat Forum. These administrative problems were not limited the hands of the student members at Entrepreneurship Cell at Kharagpur. But it was more involvement from the administration side, as there was a transfership of our chairman. It too involves various formalities to complete, and the delay has been seen in Global Entrepreneurship Summit. And I urge you to not question that you are directly putting a question mark on our administration.
But they were outright rejected, saying that we do not take PG and RS students in ESL. So what is the reason and how do you tackle that? Because it comes under RMSOE, which is the department which takes PG and which studies, teaches PG and RS students. How can it be PG and RS students run becoming member of ESL?
Sir, firstly, we are promoting the culture in the postgraduate and research scholars as well. If you are aware about our flagship event, R&D Symposium, it is providing the patenting services to the postgraduate students, but particularly talking about the representation in entrepreneurship cell. I believe that there has been no restriction in terms of the rules and regulations of intake of PG and RS students, and it is just a mere coincidence that we cannot see the students from those areas in entrepreneurship cell at IIT Kharagpur.
Devansh, I understand that you're conducting events of PG and RS students, but for membership, when you're opening membership, it is clearly stating that you want UP Southport, you want UP Southern Forces. So why does it that you do not believe that PG and RS students can become members of ESL? I'm not talking about the initiative things like ESL, but even becoming member of ESL is impossible for PG and RS students.
Sir, I do understand your concerns regarding the postgraduate or research scholar students and their participation in entrepreneurship cell IIT Kharagpur. I can assure you that the steps are being taken care of to improve the participation, and in the due course of time, we will surely see the improvement in this regard. But we as all know that the students come from different walks of life. It is really important to shape such policies which could cater not only undergraduate students but also the postgraduate and research scholar students. And please mark my words that these steps are also taken care in a progressive manner by entrepreneurship cell at IIT Kharagpur.
Hi Devansh. So, as far as BS is concerned, this president of BS is going to be happened in the month of January, February. Could you please get the result why it was delayed until April?
Sir, I've already answered this question that there was various administrative issues for which the entrepreneurship cell team and the administration collectively decided to postpone the event, and please refer to that answer only. Thank you so much, panelists, for patiently asking the question and the audience for listening to me. After critically analyzing the needs and gaps of the student body at Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur, and talking to the relevant stakeholders, I got to know about the problems of all of you. And with the proposals I propose today, I want to address these problems. My first proposal is establishment of Entrepreneurship Endowment Fund. Let me just provide you the overview of the proposal. It is an initiative to foster innovation and entrepreneurship among the startups of Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur. Designed as an alumni-sponsored grant, the EEF or Entrepreneurship Endowment Fund seeks to provide essential support to the IIT Kharagpur startups, particularly those in the early stages. It will ultimately boost the startup ecosystem of Indian Institute of Technology Kharagpur. The major portions covered would be funding opportunities, incubation services, startup services, legal and regulatory services, access to industry partnerships, and expansion support. The major stakeholders in the committee would be alumni contributing the fund, head of Rajendra Mishra School of Engineering Entrepreneurship, Dean of Research and Development, as well as one representative from each of the entrepreneurial promoting bodies, like the SBS, ML Farooq Innovation Center, Science and Technology Entrepreneurs Park, and the Agribusiness Incubation Foundation. The second part of the proposal includes the academic support for students pursuing the entrepreneurship or any of the startups. I propose implementing initiatives to provide academic assistance. It will include waiving bachelor thesis project requirements for students involved in the founding team of such startups, where credits for BTV and MTV would be waived off. The aim of this proposal is to boost the current startup ecosystem of IIT Kharagpur. And it is not only supported by the institute, but we will also have the industry collaborations like the SIDBI Innovation and Incubation Center at IIT Kanpur. With this, I propose second proposal, campus safety and career notification. Addressing the problem of open and uncovered chairs across the campus through maintenance and pipeline replacement is critical to eliminating health results and ensuring a cleaner, safer environment. I believe ensuring and raising these issues would solve the problems of the general body. I propose initiatives to enhance fire safety education and procedures on campus to improve preparedness among the students and staff at times and events of the fire breakout. Furthermore, the second part of my second proposal includes the creation of a career beyond convention committee aimed at guiding students towards non-conventional career paths while offering them the industry-provided hands-on workshops and mentorship sessions. To discuss regarding the impact of my second proposal, it will ensure the health and safety measures and enhance the water supply in the institute. The proposal, which involves the fire safety issues, will enhance the emergency preparedness and improve the infrastructure at Indian Institute of Technology Kharagpur. The Career Beyond Convention groups will be a hub for the students to connect, collaborate, and work and support each other. This environment will develop crucial social skills like communication, teamwork, and leadership through collaborative projects and teamwork. You can find the detailed groundwork and background in my proposals on the website of Technology Students in Science. My third proposal is enriching prospects and campus experience for the postgraduate and research college students. addressing the critical need for the flexibility among research scholars and postgraduate students engagements at Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur. This initiative acknowledges the challenges of balancing academic requirements with career aspirations, offering relief from stress and promoting overall wellness of the student body. Through collaboration with academic departments and stakeholders, I aim to enhance a streamlined procedure for deferred placements and stakeholders. We aim to provide placement and mentorship help to the postgraduate students. The proposals cover three major aspects. First is the yearly review system for supervisors and research scholar students. The second part of the proposal involves the deferred placements for research scholar students. The third part of the proposal involves around the mentorship program for postgraduate students. As the first year students will be paired with the mentors from the second year within the same department, offering guidance and support throughout their years at study at Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur. I've also attached detailed timelines on how we will be conducting these sessions. You can find it in the proposal. The fourth proposal is regarding the CDC optimization. Placements are one of the most important and instrumental seasons in any student's life at Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur, opening up a horizon of growth and opportunities. There is a dire need to address shortcomings in the institution's career development framework, which include limited access to core opportunities, functionality issues with the CV portal, FSR notifications regarding placement and internships, and hindered career navigation. To increase the student welfare in the stressful placement season and tackling these issues, there is a need to enhance access to core opportunities, revamp the CV portal for efficient resume creation, and develop a dedicated application for timely CDC notifications. The first part of the proposal will involve the departmental representatives, which will be serving as the intermediaries, communicating regularly with the professor in charge of training and placement of each of the departments with the Career Development Center on a weekly or bi-weekly basis. The second proposal is to ensure a user-friendly CV portal on a separate website integrated with the existing ERP infrastructure. And the third part would involve the CDC notice board application, which will provide the timely information amongst the students sitting for placements or internships at Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur. These were the proposals that I proposed in front of the student body at Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur.
Member of our students media body in IT Kharagpur, I'd like to ask one question from you. Feel free to comfortably ask the question what your question is, so that the people who will be watching your SOAPBOX tomorrow on YouTube, they will be able to understand your vision on the question that is made by a media body. Thank you. Handing over to ours.
Hi candidates, I have a question for all three of you on behalf of Awas, the student media body of IT Kharagpur. While the number of students has increased, the number of counselors have remained stagnant. How do you plan to ensure that every student, including those who may not visit the counseling center, receives the support they require for mental well-being? Also, the number of counselors in IT Kharagpur has decreased in the last year. What are your thoughts and plan of action for the same?
Thank you so much, panelists, to putting forward your question. I believe according to the norms of Government of India, there should be one counselor on every 1,000 students in any of the educational institutions. Hence, your concern regarding the number of counselors is very genuine, seeing the number of students at IIT Kharagpur. I believe necessary measures in terms of increasing the third-party collaboration or private counselors should be ensured here. And if elected in my tenure, I would work on these three measures particularly. First, to empower the role of wing representatives in each hall of residence and to ensure the gatekeepers training sessions. I believe that these wing representatives would not only serve as the first point of contact to any of the student in distress, but could also help us to raise issues on a broader level. The second measure I would like to take is to increase the hall level counseling sessions, and rather than the individual counseling, when we're improving on the group counseling, it would rather enhance the level of mental awareness inside the students at IIT Kharagpur. The third measure is to increase collaboration of the peer-to-peer learning groups inside the campus. These learning groups would not only ensure that the role of counseling should be handled by the students only, but by the collaborative efforts by the students as well as the counselors could create a wider impact rather than just limited to the counseling center. Thank you so much.